Hey there, this is the entrance of the Rote Fabrik in Zurich, where today there is the Vintage Computer Festival 2022, and I'm going in now.
I love old computers. I love to collect them. I love to fix them. I'm the Vintage Collector, and these are my stories. So buckle up. Lock and load.
Hold it, wait a sec. I thought you're going to a Vintage Computer Festival and not to a LAN party.
Oh yes. But look, there's many occasions where vintage gaming and arcade machines are on display. Like here, the CBM SX64, a portable C64 which was also marketed as the Executive 64. It was the first portable or even luggable machine which came with a color CRT. Though, while clearly targeted at business customers, neither the color CRT nor the very attractive price of $995, today's equivalent of roughly $2,850 could prevent its failure. Needless to say, I'd love to own one of these, as it would be a good fit for my portable machines collection. But besides, there were so many different systems on display, be it from Nintendo, Amigas, the C64 of course, and an entire corner of PC-based gaming rigs, where the visitors could compete against each other in Quake 3 Arena.
Aha, but you went there for seeing historic machines and not gaming rigs. There surely was more to see, right?
Indeed, there was, and obviously many people walked in to see it as well. When I visited the VCF last year during the pandemic, the exhibition hall was almost deserted, but this time over there were really a lot of people around, and there was plenty to see. This time there was a set of challenges which could be undertaken at every booth, like playing and surviving the first level of classic 1993 Doom, or coding challenges. It's a very nice idea to involve the guests and give them some real hands-on experience. During the day there were also many presentations and tech talks on schedule, like explaining the Enigma, going in for the Apple I, or the state of the nation on bulletin board systems. There were also some systems of the ETH Zurich on display, the Lilith and the Ceres. The older, the Lilith, was developed in 1980 by Niklaus Wirth, who amongst other things invented the Pascal and the Modular 2 programming languages. The Lilith system was inspired by the Xerox Alto system, though any attempts to market the machine in Switzerland's market were a failure. The Ceres system was also created at the ETH in 1986 and was key for both the Oberon system OS and the programming language by the same name. But these were not the only dinosaurs out there. There was also this booth featuring an Osborne 1 Revision B, which I had the recent luck to also add to my collection. Check out my previous restoration video about it. They also had this machine there I never had heard of so far, an ICL personal computer of British origin. Obviously a relic from a time when the British government was providing funds to found a company capable of competing against US vendors. Not unusual for the early 80s, these were not PC compatibles, but running CPM and NPM, with some later successors even running concurrent CPM and concurrent DOS. Speaking of CPM, there was also this Altair 8800 on display, one of the very first commercially successful home computers in the mid-70s. I was delighted to see it. I'm myself a huge fan of this machine, and I've built myself a replica at home, the Altair Duino kit. While the latter does not come with the S100 bus, it at least emulates most of the Altair specifics, including a serial console to relive most of the original experience. Speaking of replicas, there were a few on display, the PDP-8, the PDP-10 and the PDP-11. These are Oscar Vermeulen's, whom provides the build kits on his obsolescence website. I featured myself the assembly of the PHINTAGE kit in one of my earlier videos on this channel. Then there was also this 1978 AIM-65 experimental computer on display and actually even on sale. Had I not received 3 of those during a basement clearance earlier this summer, I would have no idea what it was about. I was teasing this topic already for a future episode, and I will definitely start investigating into this one soon. And there's certainly no Vintage Computer Festival where there's not a single IBM PC on display. This booth here featured all the 5150 IBM PC, the 5160 PCXT and the 5170 PCAT in a row. And also this specially modded machine with a built-in monitor, somewhat resembling the 5155 PC Portable. A friend of mine had his own booth with these Amigas and a gazillion of modems. I was totally fascinated bridging the Amigas into IP networks in order to reach modern bulletin board systems. Well funded board, need I say more? Definitely an inspiration for me to do something like that with some of my own machines. Maybe with the Osborne 1 and the Kaypro 2. I'm owing you guys still a roundup on serial transfers topic to go along with my previous CPM to DOS file exchange video. Anyways, it was fun to see these old machines interfacing to modern day IP networks, and even more fun calling up my website in the web browser. It just took several minutes to load, but hey, why complain? And then there was George's booth. I know this guy since quite a while, and actually his booth is the first I visit every time because of the many SGI machines. He also was sneaking in an X-Station, a system that I'd love to also own myself. But apart from that, SGI is as far you can look, like this original SGI 320 visual workstation, as opposed to the one I got some days ago, which has an entirely different story behind. This one here is of course still in original condition, and actually I sold him some of my original SGI collection some 12 years ago, so he now owns several of my former systems, including an Indie. The latter was the machine I first got confronted with in my second job, on which I learned about Unix, shell scripting and the Perl programming language.
Oh my, what is this blur?
This blur is me, and the image quality is in fact subpar, as this comes from the Indie cam. But look, it gets a bit better when I put some lights up. Let's be fair, this is 1993 tech, offering 640 by 480 resolutions at 6 frames per second and 8-bit colors. This was groundbreaking at the time, and the SGI Indie in fact was the first commercial computer ever to include a webcam. Keep in mind that the first mass-marketed webcam came only in 1994 by Connectix, cost $100 and offered a then still meager 320 by 240 pixels resolution and 4-bit and 8-bit grayscale image depth. The IndieCam was still high-end for its time, and here again I'm still looking around to get hold of one of these for my current Indie as well. And this concludes this special episode about the Zurich Vintage Computer Festival 2022. It was a fun ride, with many interesting people and interesting discussions, and for anyone ever interested into retro computing, just look out for an event like this in your area. It's definitely worth a visit. I'm the Vintage Collector, and this was my story. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. If you check out this channel's community tab, you'll find some polls on potential upcoming videos. You're very welcome to upvote on upcoming topics or drop in new ones you'd like me to chase down.